Look,
They're speedrunning. They want to get to the finals.
I'm kind of curious if we're gonna see a Red Comet game in any of these semi or finals. Red Comet has been like almost the first ban.
I don't think so.
Every single time.
I think it's too wild. If you watch that Autopilot game, I doubt Autopilot ever wants to play it. Autopilot vs Domino. I think he's had enough of Red Comet for a long time.
Yeah, probably. But you know, Randy did go with an Eye of Horus ban into Auto's Red Comet ban, with a pick on Devil's Post Pile, followed up by Auto picking CCR as his first game.
More love for Aiden's map. Very interesting map.
It's
We've
cool,
seen some
yeah.
great games on Devil's Post Piles. Possibly the best comp snipe I've seen so far as well.
It was so close, man. That was like edge of my seat watching if Melodia would survive there. It was such a stressful moment, especially as X Factor turned away. It was so close.
Went the wrong direction and found him because he decided to stop and try to cloak, but ran out of energy.
Looks like Randy banned Canis with Auto following up with a ban into Battle Redux. Kind of makes sense to me. You know, these bans are relatively consistent. I'm curious. So what do we think? At this point, we're just picking.
Remaining maps, right?
Wait.
It's just the order.
Wait. Hold on. Yeah. It was ban on Into Battle and ban on Canis. Yeah, right. So he's just picking the order. Which we have what? Look, we need Volshock here. Somebody yell at this Volshock guy, okay? What is he doing?
Where is he?
Why is he putting his feet up? Lazy. Volshock, please don't hurt me. I'm sorry. You're right. Anyway, Randy picks
Oxen Cats,
High Noon.
Pools of Illis, and High Noon. Those are the remaining two.
I kind of feel like, you know, High Noon Arxum Cats have been pretty consistent picks in this BPL so far. Which High Noon, you know, the early game for me tends to be a little bit slow, a little not the most exciting thing, but it's that like transition, you know, mids lockdown. What do we do from there? And there's so much variety in play. I feel like we've seen that it's been a fun map. It's been interesting.
Yeah.
Just because of the variety. But
I think because it's a map that's less focused on the early game compared to many of the other maps, where there is a defined middle line that players will reach, and then it's difficult to quite push through. You see a different type of game to most other maps on High Noon.
Yeah, and so High Noon and two Pools of Illis is our 7th game, and well, we have our 5 games if we get there.
Do have our next caster here, so in the club, how you doing, man? Welcome. Slick.
Yeah, and Slick.
As well.
Hey guys. Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, you guys
Let's see.
watch that last set. You ready to see some crazy bar?
Yeah, that
I
last
did
set
the
was
list.
crazy.
Yeah, it was really nice. I was here at home watching in the big TV, and yeah, insane series so far. 3-2, right? Really close. So yeah,
Yes.
awesome
Yeah.
series so far.
In that last game, 240% damage efficiency for Bloody, really like squeezing every ounce of value from the grunts. Honestly, it was great to see.
Too strong.
Well, all right. I'm
So, guys.
gonna hand it off to you two. Enjoy, and you know,
Good luck, have fun.
hopefully we get a good set.
Thank you.
It's funny because we have one guy that's a pro team member and one TM team member, and it's TM against pro. So yeah, hopefully we don't get any biased comment on his side. Click.
Yeah, of course. I'll try my best.
Yeah.
I'll try my best.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What will Randy pull on this map? He picked Devils. Honestly, Randy picked Devils in High Noon. I didn't know what he was gonna pick, but I definitely did not expect that. That's what I'm gonna say. What do you think?
I mean, I have been speaking with him a bit, and I tried to convince him to go air opener, because for me you can get a lot of value with the bomber and then go for the air con. But I'm pretty sure he will play like pretty default standard macro map, probably meta with Cortex, Cortex on both sides, so I expect pounders. You know, the usual thing you see in this map, right? Like trying to cut the chokes, go to air, try to win the air minigame, and scale to T2 and SARS, if you ask me. So I expect pretty standard gameplay here. What about you, Slick?
Yeah, I mean, Auto, definitely that's his brand, right? He always plays solid standard macro and tries to pull ahead on that. And yeah, seeing Cortex from both players, we're most likely going to see core vehicles versus core vehicles. Yeah.
But let's see the openings. Yeah, probably vehicles both. Let's see. There is no lab yet. Yeah, vehicles for Autopilot and vehicles for Randy. Yeah, so this is going to be a pretty standard opening, I think, on both sides.
Yeah. Yeah, they also picked the diagonal spawn, so they're spawning as far away from each other as possible. Probably not going to get into much early aggression here. We're most likely going to be seeing a slow start from both players, you know, just kind of taking the mixes, poking in here and there with scouts, closing up the chokes and stuff, yeah.
I mean, these guys are both really good, really solid in the mid game. So this game can go 30 minutes plus, if you ask me. I mean, it's kind of safe to say it, huh? I will say.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, when you get in so far into the tourney, these guys don't make that many mistakes, so games go long. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. And so
yeah, con opener from Randy, con opener from Auto. Auto actually going for a second con. Yeah, second con, then 5 Rascals, then another con. Yeah, very con heavy. It's what you would expect, right?
Yeah, a lot of Rascal for Randy. Or
yeah, he's immediately...
No, for Auto, sorry. Auto 15 Rascals in the queue and Randy 5 for now. So yeah, interesting. Let's see.
Randy already has some Rascals out, sending them around the map to see where Auto spawned. I think that's really important because you know your opponent can spawn 2 different places, right?
Yeah, this map has kind of a mini game early on, right? If your opponent is spawning close to you, he might try to rush you with some kind of all in with tukes or similar. Right? You are more exposed to that, but yeah, if you are in the opposite corner, it's going to probably lead into a battle for trying to get more mexes, more map control, trying to close the chokes, and yeah, again, I really like the air mini game in this game, right? Trying to cap this health. It's actually really cool.
Yes, definitely. I agree with you. This map is very dynamic. It makes many different plays possible. I really like it. It's been probably one of the most entertaining maps for me from this pool. Yeah, great job, Aiden, for making entertaining maps. All right.
So
first
yeah,
scout. Yeah, first scout going in for Randy, gets taken out. Close to taking out a metal extractor, but doesn't manage to.
Yeah, a lot of scout wars in mid now. I think Randy has more spread. Autopilot playing more on the defensive side with a lot in the base, and yeah, 2 really low HP scouts coming from Randy should be easy to clear by him. Let's see.
Yeah, they turn away, and there's something interesting. We already see a mine layer from Randy, and it's already sent to the expansion. And yeah, we can see the 2 heavy mines queued up. He's actually queued up so many mines. Oh, but those are they're not heavy. They're light mines. Okay. It looks like he's not going for a com snipe play. He's just looking to deny the mexes from being built in general. I don't know how effective that will be, because Autopilot's commander's probably gonna go there, right? I imagine that would not be that effective, right?
I'm pretty sure if you put a mine on the mex spot, if you hold fire it, you cannot build. Maybe some 300 EQ thing from Randy, but let's see.
That's very interesting. That might be the case, yeah.
Let's see. I mean, this is what I am thinking. Otherwise, it's a common snipe play that Flying Duck tried to do against him. So maybe, but no, it seems like he will go for. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I love that, honestly. I love that mine layer, please.
Oh, that's actually nice. Yeah, hold fire he needs. And he can try to. Maybe, yeah, if you build the mechs anyway, you can just wait for a bit now and then set deal the mines and you're killing like 7 mexes for free, let's say. And getting a lot of build. I'm seeing Auto really defensive, right? With his units. Like he has a punch in the main base. So
yeah, it looks like he's not trying to take any risks, yeah.
Yeah, pretty confident on his late game or mid game, let's say, approach to this map. So he will not like to try to, let's say, have any leak or anything that might go wrong. So yeah, I mean, I see like how many 6 incisors already in the base, trying to say. Trying to cut the main choke to the base, right? So yeah, let's see.
Yeah, there they go now. He sends them out. At the same time, 3 Rascals managed to make it to where Randy's commander is expanding, but they managed to get cut off. Randy's in position with an incisor and with the comm. Autopilot doesn't manage to sneak through. But we see that Autopilot's commander is actually a little bit ahead on the expansion. Autopilot already making it to that second sector. It looks like he's about
Yeah,
like
he's-
20 seconds ahead, something like that.
Yes, but remember that Randy has the mine layer, right?
Yeah,
That is
yes.
going to cheeky all the mexes. I am curious to see Autopilot reaction, right? Because I think you know what you have a seacon, right? You place the mex underwater and the enemy mex is there. The seacon stays like 15 seconds, like they are trying to put the mex, and then he goes to the next mex, right? So I'm pretty sure the commander, or let's say, you're going to do something similar here.
Oh,
They're going
let's
to be. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's going to be. Yeah. He
Yes, the
cannot place the
constructor
mex.
is skipping though the mexes. Yeah, they're just
No, he
skipping it.
doesn't stick. Yeah, but I mean, I think the con is going to reveal the mine layer, so he will
there we go.
realize.
Sees, yeah. Autopilot sees the mine layer, sends scouts to catch him off, and he can retreats with his commander. He thinks it's a comm snipe play.
Oh, that's also. No, Randy with the self-D on one mine.
Very cheeky plays.
No, this is but the incisor ball going hard for Autopilot on left flank, and I think he might even hit. Yeah, I think that LLD self-D for Randy is there a self-destruct. No, I think that's going to be a dead expansion for Randy.
Yeah, Pounder's so slow. Randy had the right idea, I think, with going early Pounders, but just slightly out of position because they're so slow
Yeah.
in that water.
Oh my god. Autopilot with the commander. I am curious to see what he's doing on that side. It's like really fun. This is kind of a highlight for he's degunning the mines.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
but
he realized what the play is.
you're wasting energy. You need the commander to build the mexes, so you have a con totally doing nothing in the south. So yeah, I am still seeing that, yeah, because auto kill that expansion, they are kind of close in metal produce per second right now. But yeah, otherwise I think it's a really nice play from Randy. Like he's going to be way ahead in mexes.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this has worked a treat so far. This expansion is so delayed from Autopilot. He barely has any mexes in the area, even though he made it here first. This is the first time I'm seeing something like this, and honestly, I think it's genius.
The whole fire is also really OP. He will try to kill the perimeter camera. Yeah, it's dead. No, this is so hilarious from Randy, I will say.
Yeah, it looks like a great strat. I think everybody will start doing it now, honestly.
Yeah, I think this will be meta not only this map, I can tell you. I can see this in other maps also working, like Devils, for example, right? Sending an early con to the flanks. Sorry, an early mine layer, trying to put some mines on the mexes. That will be... But I think on this map it's even better, right? Because you tend to expand to a lot of mexes, and they are really far away, so you have a lot of time to sneak the mine layer.
Yeah. At the same
Randy-
time, both players have been going for an air transition. Autopilot was first to it a little bit. He already made a few air cones and is trying to cap the mexes on the post piles. Randy also going for his air transition. Now gets his 2 air cons out.
You
Yeah, it
know
seems
what
like
I
both
love from
players-
Autopilot? He's actually dropping the lashers in the hills. So
Yeah.
you know, the meta is usually to go and build AA, but he's actually ahead and dropping the lasher, right? So he can snipe the guns, right? You know what Randy's doing is kind of meta, right? You go build an AA, but yeah, if you drop the AA yourself earlier with the transport, you are so far ahead.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
this
a
is-
lot cheaper than just making 2 air cons and sending them. They're just making a transfer really quick and get the lasher across, yeah.
Randy still denying South expansion, like full of it. Like Auto is playing on half of his mexes, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's true. It's so hard to deal with these. I guess the way you do it is you have to set target on the ground and try to snipe the mines, but they're so skinny. It's not easy with the lasers from the incisors to get them down at all.
Yeah, 100%. It's really hard, and you need to pay a lot of, APM is really important in 1v1, so you need to have units attacking there, seeing if you hit the mine, now hit the next one. Maybe a pounder will work because of the AoE. You send 1 pounder, you try to kill all the mines with the pounder, but it's still time consuming, right?
Yeah, exactly. APM is an important resource, as you said. At the same time, we see a kind of a big engagement happening here on the north side. Randy seems to try to poke into Autopilot's base with some Pounder, but the Pounder very slow, can't really retreat, and they got Autopilot managed to jump on top of him with some Brutes and cleans them up. Nothing huge, though. Yeah, nice
Yeah,
raid
that-
on the south as well.
That army that Autopilot is having close to Randy is really scary for his commander also. It's a lot of units, only 3 tags, 4 tags now. So yeah, Randy going back smart to say I'm not going to give my commander for free and lose the game. And yeah, but this full expansion is dead from Randy, right? And Shurikens coming, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be enough. Too many routes.
And Autopilot also has 2 missile trucks with that army. He likes to mix in some missile trucks to keep his army, safe from being shuriken. So yeah, that will save them, and this expansion will go down. But it's not right. This is just gonna bring the game back to an equal state, because this entire time Autopilot never managed to get his mexes on the south, right? So this is just bringing the game back to equal.
Yeah, but the difference here is probably Autopilot will leave a lot of wrecks on this side, and Randy will have just south with 1 Pounder. It's only 1 Pounder guarding the south of Autopilot base right now, right? So I think if you can consolidate on the left by Randy and trying to get these units, you can rest this. You have a huge army to try to push back, right?
Yeah, Autopilot has to be careful where he leaves the wrecks. It seems like Randy managed to snipe the missile trucks as they're slower than the rest of the army. They were left behind, so now Shuriken can come in, safely stun all of these brutes, and this army will most likely go down, and all the wrecks will be in Randy's control.
Yes, sir. And now that's Rex, and it's not like a full raid because Randy forward base is still there. The Tooks are marching forward. Yeah, I mean, I think if you ask me right now, Randy's better.
Yeah, it seems like Randy's ahead of this game. Yeah, I would say so as well. After he raises all of this, it would be very scary for Autopilot.
Yeah, and he also has his commander ready in the expansion to fast recouple the mexes, and Autopilot hasn't sent any con, right, to the south yet. Yeah, he doesn't have a con.
He sent a mine layer to clear the mines. Actually, yeah. I almost forgot that the mine layer can do this, but yeah, on a fight command, he can clear out the mines. At the same time, a lot of army value in the south available here for Autopilot. He doesn't have any anti-air with it though, so I'm scared that it might get shuried. He does still have that missile truck on the post pile. It's gonna do good work.
In my opinion, in this map, pushing in the choke into Pounders is really hard. And also with the reinforcement time, right, of being close to the enemy base, it's like you need to be like really ballsy, really ready to actually capitalize, because you can have like a huge feed, right? This map is like really choky. So yeah, Randy going for T1 shield. Auto still doesn't have a shield. Yeah, he also had the shield. Never mind.
Oh yeah, Autopilot got the geo really early, right before he went for the airplanes. He rushed it out. Yeah.
But if you check any energy produced, right, they are kind of close. So yeah, pretty even on energy. Randy getting a bit ahead of metal now, 27k to 25k. And I think this is, as you say, Slick, this is probably because Auto is playing without the south for like 30 minutes, 10 minutes, let's say, or even more, I would say, all the game.
Yeah, honestly, very surprising that the metal produced. I would expect it to be a bigger difference by now. I guess Autopilot managed to get more of the air reclaim or something like that. It's kind of hard to follow when the map is so dynamic. But yeah, it looks like the game is a little bit stable right now. No pressure from any side. Autopilot drops down a tier 2 lab. Yeah, there we go.
2 lab. Yeah. Randy, on the other hand, is still in T1. Army value is also ahead for Autopilot. So yeah, I really like this transition from Auto. I think he can actually get ahead. Maybe if he goes like T2, 3-4 T2 cons, and then he reclaims and keep the stout ball, right, to try to bait Randy that he's actually doing a lot of tanks. Let's see. Or I think maybe Tesari is too strong here, right, Slick? I mean, I know you play this map a lot. I think Tesari is actually a really cool unit in this map because of the chokes, of the awkward terrain for units with the water and things, right?
Yeah,
so
the Tsar is the dominant unit on this map. Everybody makes it, and it feels hopeless if you don't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the same time, two big engagements happening on the south. It seems like Autopilot managed to get a jump on a few pounders. On the north, the thugs are getting into a scuffle with some tier 1 vehicles. Ultimately, it doesn't seem like it's going to lead to any danger. And Autopilot's immediately rushing out an advanced geothermal. No units from the tier 2 lab yet.
Yeah, that's actually smart, I will say. T2C is so good. You can also reclaim all the solars, right? And yeah, I am surprised Randy is taking so long to go T2. Right, Randy is now ahead in metal, well, 1k, 2k roughly, right? So it's not that much. So yeah, Auto is going to be ahead, slowly but steadily going to get ahead. Is Team Randy going for a play in the south?
Yeah, it seems like Autopilot is going to lose this south position once again. A lot of fighters and a lot of shuriken available for Randy. It doesn't seem like Auto can match this because he went for that tier 2 lab, right? He didn't invest so much into air. Although some anti-air is available, Randy is doing the smart thing and stunning both Thistles on the hills and is now running in. And it's a ball of brutes versus a ball of pounder. It's really hard to tell what is going to win. I think it's going to ultimately come down to the micro, right? The brutes can outrange the pounders, but it's really hard to get that proper micro in a 1v1 situation.
Yeah, I think this is Randy battle. You see the fight command, you see the shurikens. Yeah, this is probably Randy killing all this. And I think it's really important, like if he kills all this and he lowers the amount of T1 units, the SAR needs support, right? Because you can right-click the SAR if you don't have a lot of units behind it. So I think this battle is really important for Randy, especially if he can res all the south.
Yeah, I would love to see what the next move is from Randy. It seems like he's just sending 2 normal vehicle cons down there for the moment. No res bots for the moment. The brutes are slowly going down from Autopilot. They're one by one getting shuried and pounded as they're slowly running into the corner. We see a nice ball of reinforcements coming in from behind. Are we going to see Autopilot flanking this army?
Yeah, and I see Randy with the Tux going forward, trying to say, Tesar, you're not leaving the base today. If this is what I was telling you, like, if you have only a Tesar, you cannot fight, like, what is it, 25 Tux? You cannot, because they are going to spread, they are going to right-click you, and you are dying, right? So, Auto knows this, and he's going back, right? But yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Auto's army in the south is going to get, actually, teamed by 2 different forces, yeah? And then I am questioning this decision from Randy to push into the Tsar like that, because they have 2 now.
Yeah, this is a mistake from Randy, I'm sure. The attack on the north, yeah, definitely a mistake. He's gonna end up losing all the thugs. 1 Tsar, yeah, you can get surrounded. 2 Tsar will chew through any tier 1 army, no question.
Yeah.
But
no question.
But Randy decisively winning the south and is now sending in res bots, but they are set to reclaim. He's not raising that army, he's just gonna reclaim. Tier 2 vehicle now dropped from Randy. He's just going to reinvest all that metal into tier 2 economy, I'm sure. And yeah, now the game is really interesting, right? Autopilot has that tier 2 economy lead, but he just lost a bunch of map. I honestly can't tell what's going to happen from now on.
Yeah, and also I think if Randy sent all these tags to join forces with the south, the army in the south, Randy has a huge ball of unit now. And let's look at the maps, like Randy has 3/4 of the map.
Yes,
like almost everything is Randy. So unless Auto can get a lot of damage with this SAR, like in the next 3 minutes, this is going to snowball really hard for Randy.
Yeah, Autopilot definitely feels like he's on a timer. He needs to send these stars forward and he needs to use that advantage well. We actually see 2 aircons manage to sneak in the south or getting some of the right besides the red res bots.
Yeah, Randy sitting, Smart from Randy. No, he's sitting because he doesn't want the T1 army now. He wants to start producing Tsar himself.
Yeah.
I see Ambassador from Randy.
Yeah, I think the Ambassador is to clear out the air mexes. Like the mexes on the post piles.
I think it's only 2, 3, let's say 4 from Auto. Not sure the value. I mean, you're going to take a while to pay back that Ambassador. I mean, it's a really nice unit because the SAR is slow. You can try to micro it. But I feel on 1v1 situation, right? Microing Ambassador is too APM intensive. So, yeah, again, you want 5 command unit like SAR, things you can actually click back, right? Easier to micro. So, yeah, let's see why he's doing so many Ambassadors.
It seems like they're getting transported up to the north. I wonder if he's gonna try to maybe place them in this area and shoot Autopilot's base or something like that.
Yes, Auto. Yeah, maybe if you have a flag track, you can try to stop the shurikens. But yeah, what you're getting there is like you are getting 2 mexes, right? 2 advanced mexes. It's not like a lot. I'm not pretty
Yeah,
sure
that's-
they don't reach much more. Maybe 1 or 2 nanos from there. So,
Yeah,
let's
not
go.
sure what the idea is. We have to wait and see. I trust Chef Randy has something cooked up.
Auto now eating all these medium tanks, these wrecks. Auto is going to win back the south. And yeah, now it's again. I think we predicted it actually, Slick. The Tsar versus the Tsar wars.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not most of these games that go to tier 2 have actually been Tsar versus Tsar. It seems like it's currently the dominant tier 2 unit in 1v1. It's just so good having a big area of effect attack. It's just so good in 1v1 when there's so many units running around in a ball. All right, the ambassadors are going in on the north. We see them being transported onto the hill right in front of Autopilot's base. If they manage to
But
land
it's a
there,
flat
they'll actually be able to shoot the advanced Geo, and that will end the game. Autopilot needs to realize what's going on and needs to use this flak truck to shoot down the heavy transport. It seems like he
No,
is in
this is shut
position.
down.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna get shot down. Very nice play from Randy though. If that worked, that
Yeah.
would have ended the game.
Yeah, that's actually really smart. I was actually curious about the number of fighters from Randy. He had like 30 fighters against 0 from Auto. But unlucky by him, he went for the play. Auto was in a really nice position with the flag truck, and he could shut down.
Yeah, very interesting game so far. This map always
Yes.
delivers, I'm telling you.
I mean, let's say we have seen Mines trying to delay Mexes on the south. Ambassador drop into the hill to try to snipe Advanced Geo, right? I mean, we need to see something else. I am expecting Karganets in the hill. I am telling you right now. That's the next
Yeah,
thing
but-
we need to see.
It could very well happen, yeah. It could very well happen. All right, what do we see now? We see armies moving around the map. Autopilot has a presence in the south, is going to finish clearing up that corner and has nice tier 2 cons behind it to retake all the mexes. On the north, we see a Tsar versus Tsar fight shaping up. 4 Tsars from Autopilot, 3 Tsars from Randy, although they seem to be slightly out of position. Yeah, I mean, so far, a big army value lead for Autopilot. The economy seems to be rather equal across the board.
Yeah.
So
I
Autopilot needs
think
to-
Auto is ahead, Slick Auto is ahead in T2 Mexes. And Cerberus from Randy on the north.
Oh,
see.
interesting.
Interesting choice. It's actually really good against the Tsar because the Tsar is really slow, right? So you can actually start to shell them from away. And yeah, of course, against 4 Tsars, Cerberus is not going to do a lot. But if Randy can support the Cerberus with some units, yeah, more Tsar from Randy coming in, like 4 of them trying to reposition.
Yeah, but it's really tough. Autopilot needs to be careful not get flanked here. Randy can flank him from both sides. It's actually so difficult to push into this area.
Yeah.
Just Tsar shooting you from the slight elevation, the impulse making you stop. With that being said, it seems like Autopilot is still trying to go in. He has a lot of flags in the area. He wants to make sure that he doesn't get shut down by any airplay. But yeah, it's tough. You see, he hesitates. He doesn't know if he can
Yeah,
push
it's
in.
really hard. It's really hard to push into this.
Yeah.
And also the Cerberus is going to be up probably in the next seconds.
There we go. He commits now for sure. Yeah, there's no stopping.
Yeah, no,
now
the
the unit.
Cerberus will be a bit late, in my opinion.
Yeah, will most likely go down.
Yeah, but I think even if Randy's... It's
Alright.
tanky structure, the Cerberus, You need to actually focus fire it, so at least it's going to soak a lot of bullets from the Desars. And he's repairing also. So he might win some time. Tuk's actually going in now. 1 Desar going down. The Cerberus is being repaired. Wait.
One more hit, maybe? Oh, 0% HP! One more hit from the Tsar, but it's turning, it can't shoot. There we go,
Oh,
Cerberus goes
nice.
down. But this Cerberus can just get resurrected,
Enough
right?
time. Yeah, and it built a lot of time for Randy.
Yeah,
right?
the Tsars
I mean, look at the Mexes. Auto couldn't even clear all the expansion. And a lot of 7k in Rex on Randy's side now. Again.
But at the same time, on the south, it seems like Autopilot is just going into Randy's base with some Tigers, some Tsar, and some Flak. Randy's commander is in position, no jammer available yet. Cloaks has 2 Tsars available to defend, and I think that's just enough to make Autopilot turn back. Damn! What a game.
This game is intense, yeah. But if you check now the metal per second, Auto is way ahead of Randy. Right, I think this is going to start getting out of control really soon because the full expansion for Auto now in South is getting T2. He has a Cerberus in the hill that is going to actually destroy all the what is left from Randy North expansion. And yeah, here we are with the tank versus tank action, right? I think it's going to be like this for the next 5 minutes.
Yes, for sure. The Cerberus on the hill looks really good. You have a Cerb? No, I have a Cerb, says Autopilot. And it's shooting at the Tsars who are so slowed down by the water, but 3 Tsars available here. Will they be able to take down the Cerberus? I'm actually not sure. They seem so tanky and they're getting surrounded by the Tsars, by the Tigers, sorry.
Tigers. Yeah, I think Randy needs to focus the Tigers first. And then he can focus the Cerberus.
Yeah, but
Hey,
it doesn't
anyway,
seem like it's on the cards, yeah.
I think. Yeah, but Randy's having 3 extra Tsars. I think that Cerberus is dying. I can tell you.
Yeah, that Cerberus 1 HP basically, 3 more Tsars coming. It's probably gonna go down, but it's a huge investment. You know, it's 5,000 metal on the ground already. Can Randy come back and take this? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh my god,
Yeah, I
the
think the
Cerberus.
Cerberus is dying, yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of value even against the Tsar. It's so tanky, so much HP. Randy resurrecting all the arm in the south, in the north. But I'm pretty concerned that Autopilot is actually going to be super ahead really soon, especially because of the metal producer. A lot of T2 mexes on Autopilot favor. Also going Cerberus in the south. So that Cerberus is going to secure that area, and Randy is still on his way to secure in the north, right? So I am still curious, Slick. I haven't seen any T2 air try to get the T2 air mexes. Some of them are pretty safe.
Yeah, or just go and bomb the other base. Obviously on this map, every player has an advanced geo in the middle of their base. If that blows up, the game is basically over. It will be interesting to see a tier 2 airplay offensively. Yeah, and as you say, Oro is ahead on the mexes for sure, but Randy is just sitting on top of these massive wrecks that he's resurrecting. He's now going to resurrect this Cerberus on the north. That would be very
a nice one, eh? No, because you are never pushing again. How are you pushing that Cerberus with Tsar support, right? Impossible.
Well,
you need
yeah.
to go to south.
Or you need to make a tac nuke in your base, clear it out, something like that, yeah. We see a push from Randy on the south. It seems like it's gonna mostly fail. Yeah, it's gonna get defended. This one last Tiger is gonna just get sniped.
Look at the radar from Randy. In Sneaky Randy with the radar in the corner. Seeing everything. Ooh, he's racing everything. I think we are going to see an all-in from Randy, or maybe... Yeah, you were mentioning the tag nukes, right? But you need like 3 tag nukes to kill the Cerberus. Because you can repair it, right? So it's like a massive investment. And also you cannot move the tag nukes away, right? You are in your base. So yeah, I think again, this Cerberus will be huge. No anti-air for Randy. No, Shuriken's actually working out.
Alright, Cerberus is up. Yeah, Randy he gets the Cerb up. Autopilot recognizes the threat, is gonna go in. Stuns 2 Tsars. No anti-air available for Randy just yet. Fighters now coming in, but 7 Tsars from Autopilot going in. Cerberus is stunned. Flak is available for Autopilot, killing all the fighters coming in. I think he's gonna be able to win this area back.
Really nice micro by Randy by sending the Tigers into the mix of the Tsars, so they shoot each other. A lot of friendly fire from the Tsars. Like 40 Tsars from Auto going down.
Oh
the Cerberus doing
is...
a lot of work. Ooh, nice.
This
was a really nice fight from Randy.
I actually did not expect that at all. So many Tsars
and you're
dying.
replaying the Cerberus. The Cerberus is so tanky again, and he's shooting T2 units, so getting a lot of HP per hit. Right? Like if you click the Cerberus, right, you are getting like a lot of HP every time you are hitting a Tsar.
Yeah, the experience.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Already 6% XP, right? He's farming XP with the Cerberus, and now he's going to... Oh, look at the T3 transition from Auto. I called it 30-minute game, eh? I call it.
I love it. I love seeing these long games. They're always so entertaining. Shiva's now on the docket from Autopilot, but yeah, this Cerberus is going to be a huge problem. 20,000 metal on the ground, basically right outside Autopilot's front gate, and he can't really contest it because this Cerberus is just so aggressive.
The racer from Randy racing everything in the face of Autopilot right now. I think this is a positional kind of game for Randy right now, and a macro game for Autopilot. You know, if you're Autopilot right now, you don't need to panic with the Cerberus. You need to port here, and you need to try to play around in other parts of the map, going T2 air, etc. Because one of the mistakes he can do right now is try to push again for the wreck field with the Cerberus under fire behind it, right? Because, you know, Auto is ahead in metal. 30k metal ahead. So, yeah, he's trying to go again.
Yeah, he's trying to go again.
Not
I
sure.
guess he just thinks it's too scary to have this many Tsars res right in front of his base.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he has some shurikens. Yeah, AA is also there. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but yeah, fighting under the Cerberus, we all know it from AV8, right? It's really scary. A lot of army anyway for Auto. The
Yeah, but
Tsars are also-
ultimately, it looks like he's
I
going to be
think-
able to
I think
retake
he
the
will
area.
Not sure. Again, doing a lot of work with the Cerberus. He's resting also behind. I think the advantage from Autopilot here is the reinforcements are actually really far away. Yeah, that shoot was insane.
Like
I
30
think
res
he's
dots
taking it.
going down. Yeah, he's taking it. But
I-
that Cerberus was a monster. 11,000
Oh.
HP.
Yeah. And I think you know what happened also here is the reinforcement time, right? Randy is too far away, right? So actually, Autopilot with a lot of units, he actually could actually take it. I think this is kind of really hard to stop from Randy now.
Yeah, this might be the beginning of the end. Honestly, I think
Yeah.
Randy played great this game, but 20,000
Yeah.
reclaim on the ground, basically secure for Autopilot, and he has that Shiva transition right. Randy is not on tier 3 yet. Randy actually drops a tier 2 air lab in his base.
Yeah.
I guess he's not trying to race for that tier 3 advantage. He's just gonna go something alternative. I actually really like that decision. Yeah.
I am with you, Slick. I think if you can bomb that Banshee in the base, you're killing almost everything there. And you can try to go for that, and then you can go into Cobras. Sorry, into Wasps. I think the T2 gunship for Cortex.
Yeah.
You can try to do something like that and try to stop the Shivas because they are really slow. But yeah, I mean, this is looking better for Autopilot, if you ask me right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's honestly way past the time where that advanced geo should have been reclaimed or turned into something else. This is actually so scary. It's basically the losing condition, just having a giant bomb in your base. And yeah, we see tier 2 bombers from Randy. I think that's where he's gonna go.
Yeah, but Auto has a lot of fighters.
Yeah, what is
Really
the,
hard.
let's see.
Pull off.
55 fighters for Autopilot, 22 fighters from Randy,
Yeah.
both players on tier 1 only.
Yeah, and Auto going T2 air now. I don't think he's going to put fighters on repeat. I mean, Auto is being smart here. He knows he has a game-winning advantage with that reclaim kill he has. He knows it, so he's actually trying to deny win condition from the opponent, right? This is a really good high-level mindset, saying how can we lose this game, right? And start trying to cross and check all the things you need to have: anti-nuke, a lot of AA fighters. And how you can lose? You just have to remove all the win condition from the enemy, and you capitalize from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's the exact mindset. He's aware that he's in the insane army value lead. He's actually 150% up in army value from at the moment. And he's just trying to cover all of the different cases where he loses this game.
Hey, you know that Tsar ball from Autopilot and Shiva ball is scary. I would like to see some grunt spam behind it, on top of it. But I think you might even not need it, right? It's so many fucking units.
Yeah, it's
look at that
huge.
ball. Yeah.
It's really, really hard to stop a ball of units like this. I honestly don't know what Randy has to do. He's going tier 3 now himself. It seems like he's not going for a bombing just yet. He's not really investing into more fighters or anything like that. He's going to try to match Autopilot on units. But we're going to see that top left expansion go down. Cerberus available for the defense, but not going to be enough. That Shiva rocket, so strong at killing Pork.
This is too much to stop. And
Too much. Look at this massive fight though. Like visually, it's so appealing.
yeah, this is awesome. I think this is one of the most, let's say, graphical maps, right? Sorry, the graphical fights we have so far into tank, into tank, and a lot of shells. Cerberus also action, right? So that is really good usually for the YouTube videos, right? It's a really fun unit. You see like a big cannon with 3 guns. Oh my god, this is a good game. You're going to probably try it, right? So yeah, I think yeah, this game is impossible to lose from Auto. I will say, like, really hard. Auto also floating 18k metal right now, so he can even start Aphis farm. He can do whatever he wants from here.
Yeah, he's in full control. He has the fighter lead. It seems like he's going into some bomber of his own. He's going to try to close the game out in a more safe way rather than just running into the opponent with the army, right? Although I think he can do that as well. He has the entire map to control. And I think also this game will be very interesting stats-wise. All the people that use Gex, Varunda, shout out Varunda. I think it's gonna be really fun to see all the stats, like how much damage did that Cerberus do, and like how many tsars were made, stuff like that. This game, I think, is gonna be a record game.
I think I am also checking the stats, and Autopilot damage efficiency 111, Randy 85%. So that is also huge. On top that, Autopilot has 50k more metal produced, so that is usually translated to what we are seeing right now, right? Like a huge army value lead.
Yeah, bombing run going in now for Autopilot.
Yeah, this is Shishi angle for Randy.
Yeah,
I think he's going
bombers.
for that one shield. Yeah.
Yeah, a converter right next to it as well. This advanced geo will pop very, very easily. Bombers.
Bomb BP. He got me BP. He's still really
there
good.
You go.
And now for
there we go.
they are now
Changes.
going for I think this is the Shishigo moment from Randy.
Yeah. Advanced geo goes down. So much.
Bombers are still alive.
Also.
Bombing the another fusion. Yeah, that is over.
Yeah,
I mean, Randy's going for a YOLO play, but there are so many fighters from Auto.
Yeah, the 5 bombers he made earlier are gonna go in now, but they're gonna get sniped down. It seems like Randy's just moving all the army across for a final last-ditch effort, but just calls the GG. In game 1, goes to Autopilot and Devil's Priest.
Really nice game.
Commander self-destructed.
I think this was a really fun, nice to watch game. Right?
Yeah.
As we predicted, right? Two really solid players. Randy went a bit more for the cheeky things, right? Ambassador up. I think that is the moment where Randy started to kind of lose a bit, because I think he lost a lot of BP from the lab and the nanos doing the first 2 ambassadors and the heavy transports. And I think that maybe this is why he was a bit behind in the SAR production early on. But yeah, I mean, Randy, I will say knife from Randy trying to go for those plays, the ambassador drop in the hill trying to snipe that Banshio, the mine layer in the south. Really nice, fun stuff.
Yeah, very creative. That I mean, I'm gonna say it again. It seems like all of Aiden's maps really support very creative gameplay. They're all really unique, and yeah, kudos to Randy for pulling out so many creative tactics this game. I'm sure this was like probably the most entertainment game of today so far. All right, for map number 2, we're going on Comet Catcher. This is Autopilot's pick. Comet Catcher probably going to be way more standard, right? We're probably just going to see a lot of tank versus tank fights for the entire game, and it's going to come down to whoever has better army positioning and better macro is going to take the win.
Yeah. I think we are going to see Incisor versus Incisor for a while, unless someone tries to go Blitz. I still think Blitz is viable in this map, but it's so much harder to play, in my opinion. Like miles harder to play. You need to raid everywhere, you need to be everywhere, and you need to have like massive APM. And Incisor is a better unit, right? Incisor is better unit when you are fighting against the Blitz. So yeah, you might try to do a lot of shenanigans as we done with the Blitzes, but yeah, when you have like the 7-8 Incisor going through your base, if you don't have the number, like almost double the blitzes, it's really hard for you to actually get a good engagement. So yeah, I'm expecting Cortex versus Cortex here. Yeah.
Randy's actually on random at the moment.
Random Randy? I don't think he will. I don't think he will.
Yeah, most likely not. Most likely not. However, last BPL, I seem to remember he played a lot of his games on random. At least in the round of 8, he played random selection. It was really fun.
Yeah, Varka's saying that maybe if it was a Tremor on the previous game, he would have landed it. Yeah, I think Tremor too slow to kill the Banshee, right? Oh, Randy's Armada. Randy went random Armada. Oh my God, we're going to have a... This is going to be interesting.
But yeah, I agree that a really, really good micro player can really use the blitzes really well on this map. I would love to see Randy pull out blitzes and yeah, it seems like he's going for the safer play, which is the 3 mechs with the LLT with the laser tower on the original 2 mechs. From Autopilot, we see the unsafe 3 mechs build. He didn't drop a LLT on his mechs, and instead just straight up going for the walk.
Yeah, and I think here, you know where you have an upper hand as Armada, because you have the rovers, right, that are better than the Rascals. And I see Autopilot didn't actually put an LLT in the back in the 2 mechs cluster. So maybe that is something that Randy can actually exploit, and if we know someone that is insane with the scout micro, that is Randy, right?
Yeah, 15 extra speed on the rover over the Rascal. It's
Yeah.
where Armada really shines. I personally have been destroyed by rovers many times.
Yeah, they are really good, and they also have more range, I think. Let me check.
I'm actually not
Pretty
sure.
sure
on that.
they have a bit more range. 180. No, 180 both. But the thing is, as the rover is escaping from the Rascal sometime, right? And the Rascal cannot catch them. You tend to shoot a bit more, so they have kind of the upper hand usually in the fight.
Yeah, you can't chase. You cannot chase. The rover player has to run into you. You cannot ever chase them. It's actually very frustrating and very APM intensive. All right, we see con first from both players and then going into scouts.
Yeah.
I wonder if any of them were gonna walk away from their lab to come back later. This is a very popular thing we've been seeing on this map, the X Factor walk, right?
I am low in the radar position from Randy, inside of the comet,
Yeah.
on the crater, let's say, on the crater.
Yeah, it's a really
think you cannot hit
sneaky. Yeah, it's safe. It's safe. You can't kill that radar. I'm pretty sure. Not with scouts for sure. All right, Randy is going for the walk. He's gonna get 2 mixes and then gonna walk back to his lab. At the same time, we see some scouts hit. Randy manages to get a scout behind Autopilot's base. He's gonna turn off a solar. He's gonna immediately start contesting these mexes. No laser tower on them, so yeah, they could go down here. One more hit. Yeah, mex
this is what
goes
they were
down.
telling you, right?
Yeah.
And this is a lot of time because you need to move the gun now, and you lose PP in the lab. So yeah, it's not huge, of course. But yeah, in the other hand, Auto is actually trying to sneak 2 Rascals. But yeah, but Chef is now. So I say Chef is because of total annihilation. But yeah, the Rascals, the rovers can actually do not chase. So yeah, but Auto now getting value with the forward gun, going to get the mechs. But now you are going to get. Yeah, Randy, a lot of Rascals actually, right? I think he has way more, or at least the illusion of presence of the Rascals, because they are faster. You get like you get like more everywhere in the map, right? So fast.
Yeah, you can keep the defending player busy. He has to invest more army value just to defend, and it gets you more time to breathe as the Armada player. But there we go. We see the first blitz is coming out. 1 blitz, 3 rover is the repeat queue from Randy. His commander back on the lab, boosting that full time. The blitzes need to get aggressive really early. He needs to get a lot of value with them, and it seems like he's gonna start attacking that south position, where Autopilot's con is expanding. And it seems like Autopilot is out of position with his incisor. That con is not really protected.
The mech in the
Realizes
base.
it.
The mech's in the main base, and now he's going to turn off all the solars. Probably no, he went back. And yeah, the blitz speed faster than incisors, right? So he's going to get 2 mexes. And yeah,
already on the con. This con will
he's
go
actually
down.
trying to go for the gun. Yeah, we will go down for sure.
Yeah,
And yeah,
flanking
he
damage
the nice
enabled.
micro by Randy. He left one Rascal, one rover to actually kill the mechs. And yeah, this is what I was telling you, Slick. If the Armada player can try to do this, like for the next 3-4 minutes, you have a game. But if not, look at the race, Randy again. And one radar gone, one mech's gone. Yeah. You need to defend as Armada, you need to don't get raided, and you need to get a lot of damage done early on, abusing the speed of your unit. That is the key thing.
Yeah, you need to keep the other player busy at all times, and we see Randy doing that really well so far. Another rover on the back 2 mexes of Autopilot does not actually manage to get it down this time. It was really
and
close.
you cannot
though.
chase. Remember, you cannot chase. They are faster, right? Look at this.
Yeah. Oh my God, Mex
Randy
goes
actually
down. He
playing-
circles back. Yeah.
Yeah. Randy, I was telling you, Randy with the scouts, it's a menace. Yeah, but now you see what's happening, right? You have the incisor ball, and as Armada, you have a lot of problems to stop this, because he's going to start by clicking your expansions, because you need a lot of. Oh, look at this ball from scouts from Randy in the back.
10 scouts, incisors just in position though, should be able to shut down these rovers. Should not be able to get much damage done. They just deny
yeah, but he's
that.
getting the guns.
I don't
he's
think this
delaying
gun
the
is gonna
expansion.
die. Yeah, he is
No,
delaying
but-
the expansions.
A Blitz is here now, so the gun might die. Probably dying. Yeah.
Yeah, this con will die. Yeah, Randy
going to
playing
be close,
Armada
yes.
very well so far.
He's doing it, yeah. Now, Autopilot pick off a gun in the middle, actually. And yeah, Blitz is going for the expansions. This is where Blitz is shine, right? Outmaneuvering. Not sure if he's going to get a lot. Probably going to get one more max.
Oh my god.
Ooh, AFK in the army in the mid. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
the
where
damage.
you need. Yeah, go ahead.
The damage has been huge from Randy so far. He's been playing this early game great, and that's the thing about Blitz defending. Obviously, the incisor ball is stronger, but if you have a lot more Blitz, you can just jump on top of the incisors, and there's not
Yes.
much the incisor player can do to escape, right? He's just so much slower. Yeah, Autopilot now gonna get the
This is
jump
how
on
you
these
usually
two
play.
cons. One con gonna go down. Is he gonna kill the second one? Yeah, two cons are gonna go down here for Randy. That's actually a pretty significant loss. It seems like Autopilot has caught up with this in the damage department. I'm actually not sure. Obviously, ultimately, Randy had 1,000 metal, but doesn't actually clean off these incisors. They're gonna keep going. Will that LT be enough? 40% health from the incisor. LT goes down, so the Rascals will be able to finish up that
That's a really
expansion.
nice pick. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the map, 7 minutes, they are still in 50 metal, right? They are really low in resources. They have been raiding each other really hard. I think Auto is kind of in a good position now. Randy has 1 nano. Auto building the nano now with the commander.
Yeah, and
Randy
Randy's
started
moving his
spawn with the
commander.
commander.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
safe because you can just defend those, right? The thing about this map, there's so little safe mixes. Almost no mix is safe, but if your commander expanding, you can keep them safe. I think that's a wise move from Randy. We'll see if he's able to still spend the metal, though. He's currently on 1,000 metal in bank, and moving that commander away from base certainly doesn't help.
Another raid in the south, killing the con again? No. Yeah, I think he might
Maybe?
get it.
Nah.
No. Too many gators. No, he cannot. But yeah, he's still delaying the south expansion. He's now going to try to sneak and get another 2 mexes. Wow, this Randy is playing so good with the blitzes. 2 mexes
Yeah.
going to go down now.
Yeah, 2
Oh,
mixes
no.
on the north. He has blitzes everywhere, and it's so annoying to play against, honestly. It's so
Yeah.
hard to deal with this. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
blitzes...
now
Yes,
game
we
is
go.
stabilizing. Stabilizing a bit, right? On both sides. We don't see a lot of raiding now. Potential raiding, let's say.
Yeah, Randy's gonna now start spending some of that metal. It's he going heavy on BP, heavy on the energy. He had 1,000 metal in bank. Now all of a sudden he's gonna have a burst of units arriving to the front again. And yeah, it's so tough to keep any expansion. We see like it's 8 minutes, and if you just hit the timer and showed me this game, you could tell me it's 4 minutes in. I'll probably believe you.
Yeah.
There's no
100%.
expansion. Yeah. It's so hard.
And,
You want to have radar everywhere to keep, but you can't. The blitz just kill everything, and you can't have map control.
If Autopilot doesn't see the commander, oh my god, huge digans.
Only 1,
2.
3.
This is 4 incisors there. Actually, really good for Randy because again, you want that incisor numbers to go down. You want it really hard as Armada player, right? You don't want to face like 15 incisors. You want to face 6, 5, so you can abuse the flanking damage, right? Randy again on the south with the blitzes.
Yeah, that's a lot of blitz. It
Oh,
doesn't
this is
seem like
nice
there's
pick.
enough. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's enough army for Autopilot. At the same time, Autopilot is killing a con on the north, but let's keep our attention to the south here. Yeah, and you see these cons have just been running away for the entire game. They can't build anything.
Yeah, that's the good thing about blitzes. You can hit and run, right? You hit, if I run, you can hit the mexes now. Or actually, he's actually killing everything with the good micro and the surround.
Yeah, con goes down, 2 mexes go down, Raider goes down, and again, map control in this area is lost. A little bit of an APM still on the last few blitzes. They're gonna go down. Yeah, but a
maybe go
huge-
around the base. A huge ball
force
of
in the
gators,
north.
incisors also. Yeah, going for Randy base, but I think he's ready. You know, one advantage of the blitzes is the faster speed, so the incisor cannot commit to LLTs like this, usually, right? Because you just can sham them over, and you abuse the flanking damage. So incisors are insane when you get like 15, 20. Yeah, blitzes cannot do a lot, but if you have like those low amount of numbers, you can just onboard them and flank them, right? Let's see.
A huge engagement going down here in the middle. It seems like Autopilot's going to be on top of that. 1 blitz in the back gets taken away. A lot of reclaim going in. And I think at this point, it's hard to say, but I think Autopilot is ahead. And also, we've kind of reached the stage where the blitz is not really that good anymore. Yeah, it's not so much about
I
speed.
think he will need to start. Yeah, he needs to start actually swapping into brute stout. But if you check the stats, check the metal produce, 13k, check the energy produce. Same. They are equal so far. Yeah, army value is ahead for auto, like 2k ahead, and it's a huge metric, let's say, at this point in the game. So yeah, this is where it starts to get out of control, right? If you are... Ooh, the self-D? No, it didn't happen.
Yeah, another concern
This is the
on here
moment.
in the south.
Yeah, this is the moment where it starts to get totally out of control if you are Armada player, right? You are facing these gator balls everywhere, and you just don't have enough blitzes to try to fight all of them, because they trade
Yeah.
better, right?
Yeah, I think honestly this is kind of the beginning of the end. A huge army value advantage from Autopilot, and it's so hard to play against an army value advantage when you have Blitz and the opponent has Incisor. Autopilot's commander actually not entirely safe here in the middle, but it is not going to go down. Autopilot manages to retreat.
This is
in
kind of a
time.
throw by Auto. He suicided a lot of actually... Oh, Randy actually queued an amphibious con in the north. I think that is a misclick, probably.
Yeah, I think so. He admitted that the one he made yesterday was also a misclick, so I think that just happened again. But Randy switching to Stouts here. He doesn't want to go into this mid game with Blitz versus Incisor. I think that's a wise choice, switching to the Stout right now.
Nice radar by Randy again in the corner of the map, seeing the movements.
It's honestly so hard to follow. There's like 4 engagements happening at every second.
Yeah. And if you see Randy again right in the south with the blitzes, again, going to get all the mexes, all the expansion again. So, yeah, Auto getting the back of Randy base now. But yeah, actually, Incisor don't trade really well into Stouts. So yeah, actually, Auto now is trying to just cut Randy production, right? Trying to, because you can also transition to Stouts yourself. So yeah, it's hard to tell. I am with you, Slick. I think Auto is a bit ahead.
Oh.
But yeah, we will need to check how it evolves. But for me, yeah, this is Auto ahead now.
Yeah, that's both players very low on the mix count, but Autopilot manages to have a few more than Randy. Actually, more than a few more. The meter per second is pretty decisive. And with Stouts, it's hard to catch the constant raids of Incisors because you now switch to having the slower unit.
Yeah, but you have like, if you put a Stout ball, you are going to threat the front door of Autopilot, right? So yeah, but again, it's so hard because you know the advantage of having a faster unit and a cheaper unit is that you have more, right? So you can split the army as Autopilot is doing right now, right? He's trying to go around. Since Randy is going for the base.
Yeah, Randy's just going for the base. Yeah, he realizes that he can't keep playing these flanks. He has the slower and the less amount of units. He's just going for a direct assault in the base. What does Autopilot have to defend? He's pumping out he's pumping out pounders right now, but there's so many Stouts. There's 12 Stouts right in front of his base. He's bringing back the Incisor. I honestly think he's going to be able to defend this. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Randy has that critical mass that he needs to go for the base right now.
Yeah, and check the metal, right? Randy is down to nothing. Almost has been raided. And yeah, and Auto is on almost triple the metal, right? Per second.
Randy
so
has 3 mexes. Three mexes left only.
3 mexes.
Yeah,
and he's not scaling anymore. Yeah. I think if you're Randy, you need to walk the commander forward. That's the only... You need to walk forward. You want to walk forward, try to dig on the pounders. I mean, you might die, of course, right? But you are still behind, right?
Yeah, he's reached that point where he needs to go for a risky play to turn this game around, I feel like.
Auto is not going to panic again with the LTs in the face of... in his face, right? He's probably just going to chill because he probably knows he's ahead.
Yeah, he has these Incisors still running in the back of Randy's base. He knows exactly that he has no mexes anywhere on the map. He's actually going to go in now and attack some Solars, but he's going to pull back eventually. Yeah, really tough. With every second that passes, Randy's more and more behind in army value because he only has 3 mexes to his name, right? And he needs to go for a plane now, but there's just no space, right? There's pounders everywhere. Yeah, there's just no space.
Yeah, I think the window was before. Right? You might need to put fight command on the Stouts and start walking the commander, trying to dig on the pounder. It's super risky, of course, right? You might die. But that was the moment. Now I think it's so hard. Ooh, the commander walking forward. He's going to get some digans.
Ooh, two brutes going down. 1 pounder. Another pounder.
Yeah. That's the moment. If you have 1, that's the moment you need to... It's still same army value probably, right? So yeah, maybe reclaiming the base, starting to reclaim the solars and put a Centurion or Tux Maces on the front. That's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, Auto has all the map, so you're still going to die, right? It's just like an all-in because you don't have the map right now if you're Randy.
Yeah, he's gonna split his stouts around again. 6 stouts to the north, 10 stouts to the south. He's gonna try to find some damage, and obviously it's hard to defend this, right? You don't want to leave your base open. You want to keep your army in
Walking
the
the
base.
commander, 1D gun.
He's gonna make a radar. He's trying to make a radar where there's already one.
Auto putting LLTs.
There you go. He's
Auto
gonna make
knows
the.
he's ahead. So he will try to just hold. Another Digan against the radar. Digan and Digan. Oh, that's the moment. That's the moment if Randy can actually close the gap there, maybe you have a chance. But yeah, look at that, you're dying soon. Randy.
His commander 7 HP,
Yeah,
and
GG.
there you go. Goes down. GG. Game 2. Autopilot.
GG. Yeah. I think this was more expected, right? When Randy was Armada. But I still really like what Randy pulls here, right? With the race, etc. It's just such an underwhelming match when you have the incisor balls. It's so hard to defend. So yeah, GG to Auto there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he was doing
Okay.
really good job with the pressure early game. It looked really good. There was almost no expansion from Auto. Cons kept going down, but then he just lost these 2 cons on the front, and after that point, it looked very, very tough for Randy.
I agree with you. I think that was the kind of the decisive moment, right? When Randy lost the 2 cons in the front, because that will actually probably give Randy so much map control going forward on radars and trying to actually keep playing the aggression. He lost that, then he lost the expansion behind it. That was kind of the beginning of the end.
Yeah, I agree with you. But a very entertaining game. I've been saying many times that I would love to see Armada on CCR, and it finally happened. All right, High Noon is the next map. It was Randy's pick. It's a really chaotic map. I don't know. What do you think about High Noon?
I love it, to be honest, because these kind of maps are the ones that you can. I mean, I think I played one game here when it was in the pool, and I opened C, if I remember well, and actually can actually work still. I mean, of course, it's not optimal, but I think what I'm trying to say is the possibilities of openings of positions you might have in here, it's huge, right? So if you want to throw someone off, this is a map, in my opinion. So not sure what Randy cooked in here. Because again, I think as you mentioned in some games we were playing, I think this is a beacon map for sure. So meta will be incisors early, try to walk front, and from there go for different plays. Right. So far we have seen like air transitions, early T2 transitions. Some people like to go like lashers, pounders, and start pushing mid. Some people like to go Tuk and Rocco combo and start to push mid. Right, pincers. So there is like kind of a lot of things that are expectable, actually expected in this map, let's say. But yeah, let's see. I mean, here if you have some really nice build, some really nice different thing, it might actually work, right? But yeah, here for me this is a weird map because Out is one of the strongest macro players in my opinion, and yeah, you are going to play on a macro map because I think this is probably a macro map. But yeah, you have these flavors, these tricks. Right, so let's see what Randy has prepared here.
Yeah, this is obviously any map that has land and water unlocks all the possibilities. You can go for all these weird amphibious plays, hovers, seaplanes. You can do so many things. You can make ships to attack the shore. This map is pretty interesting because I think the understanding around it completely flipped this past week. 2 weeks ago, everybody was playing it really safe. They would just close down the middle, go fast tier 2, try to like bomb, stuff like that, upgrade geos, upgrade mixes. And as the game went on, everybody realized, I think Lord Vidor was the first player to really play aggressively. Basically, he would skip the geos, he would make a front lap, and he would just start like making stouts on the front. And then the understanding kind of flipped. Everybody thought this was like a safe map that was boring in the beginning. You can go tier 2 really fast or air or whatever. And now we know that that's not the case at all. You can very much punish people in tier 1, and it's actually probably the strongest thing you can do.
Yeah, I remember having the conversation with Bedor saying that the mid mexes are 2.5, I think. You have like 5, 2.6 mexes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you want to actually deny those because even if you go to 1.9 mex is not as good as the 2.6. You also have those mexes on the island being 2.6. So if you, for example, you can have a build where you have an underwater con, right, amphibious con, getting the first 2.6 in the north, and you can secure early mid and try to deny the 2.6 from your opponent in the middle, it's huge. And also opening the map means all your opponent economy is open to raids, right? So I also see some people starting to crumble the front line and then sneaking a lot of early units, right? So you might sneak like Rascals, you might sneak like Blitzes, Incisors, because usually all the backline mexes are undefended. You don't have any LTs in there, right? Because you are trying to fast forward to the front to close the front, right? So yeah. Here we see a really aggressive opening. Yeah.
Yeah, really aggressive opening from Randy. He basically has made no cons. Just his first con is being made now. He pumped out so many Rascals and an Incisor, and he's just routing them to the back of Autopilot's base. And Rascals can be very scary, obviously, because you can hide them in the water, right? And they're invulnerable there. One mech we're going to see go down now. Some pressure put on the con.
I think, yeah, that's already kind of paid off by Randy. One max.
Well,
I mean, he already built.
It's hard to say, right? He's so behind on expansion. He hasn't expanded anywhere himself. But, I mean, this is so much army still coming. There's so many. There's 7 Rascals available for Randy. Only 5 available for Autopilot. He's going for the con. Will he get it? No, he retreats back. And we have to remember, he has an Incisor as well. The Incisor is not shown yet, but it's going to connect with the army soon. Extremely aggressive opening from Randy here.
And that is the moment where, this is the moment I want to see reaction from Auto. Oh my god, it's an Incisor. So yeah, now you need to go Incisor yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah, Incisor is going to just decimate. You need to put the scouts behind Incisor. Yeah, this is a huge army behind Auto base. This is a huge army behind Auto base.
Yeah, I mean,
he's also getting the con.
He didn't expect this aggressive opening. He started expanding with his commander and now brought him back, but all the army is already gone. All the buildings
all
are
the
gone.
Solars.
Oh my god.
1 solar only for Auto. The expanding con is gone. Randy's walking forward already.
Yeah, I mean...
So yeah, this is... and one call CC click, but huge damage already.
Yeah, I agree. I think Randy's ahead. He turned this extremely aggressive opening with no expansion into an advantageous situation. Now he has more expand, he has more energy. He did the damage that was required, yeah. Great micro.
Yeah, and Auto is in 2 mexes. Beating the 3rd. Randy's already in 6, going for the 7th.
Yeah, crazy.
If you're Randy
again.
if you're Randy here, you pork mid and you play normal macro, and you probably win because you are so ahead. And he's still trying to raid. Look at this. I think Randy knows. Randy knows Auto is still in his base. I think Randy will just play macro now. Yeah, actually, really nice. Have you seen something like that, Slick? Really nice play. Really nice aggro play.
We've actually seen Randy do this once before, I believe, in his group series against Barcast on Arc Simcats. He opened extremely early blitz and sent it to, and he got a lot of damage. Basically, it looked kind of like this, right? He basically killed a lot of energy in the base and a lot of mixes. Yeah, this is not the first time I see Randy do this, and once again, it seems like he's had great success. Yeah, it was very well executed, right? He purposefully routed the Incisor through the back. He didn't go through the middle with the rest of his army. He routed it through the back. He didn't want it to show up on radar. He didn't want it to be scouted. And I guess because he did that, Otto felt safe enough to expand with his commander. And then after he saw the Incisor coming, it was too late. So yeah, honestly...
You know that he also micro it really well because you want to put the Incisor to tank and your scouts behind, and that's what happened, right? The Incisor is a menace. You need to kill it, right? The problem, you cannot leave the Incisor hitting your back economy, right? So Auto dive into the Incisor, and yeah, the scouts were supporting the Incisor, and yeah, look at this. I want to see actually Auto reaction when he sees Randy's already in the mid with full control. Right? I mean, if you're Randy here, I think you just go for a bomb run. I will go. If I am Randy, I will go T1 Shio fast into bomb run. and just try to shred him because you can't expect Autopilot to start pushing mid now, and I know Auto knows he cannot push mid.
Yeah, Auto
So, yeah.
is definitely aware he's very behind. The follow-up from Randy is actually making an amphibious con, this time not a misclick, and a lot of normal cons. Yeah. And he's gonna go for the fast Geo, it seems, yeah.
Yeah. He has some Gators trying to go for a play, but yeah, I think it's going to be hard for him. Yeah, look at the map, Slick. Look at the map. Randy having almost all capped, also going for the amphibious con. That is super safe expansion actually.
Mm-hmm.
Energy production is double from Randy right now. This is a huge actually.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and even BP, right? He's like twice the BP. So I think if you're Randy, you chill here. Not sure if you go forward. Yeah, maybe you can try to close the game, but I feel you can go T1 Shio into pretty safe bombers. There is nothing Slick can do to push you. Sorry, Auto.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even in the game, so yeah, I can't push these guys.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, Randy can do so many things there. Yeah, but the safe bomber play looks really good. What do you do if you're Autopilot? I honestly don't know, right? You have to... My first thought is you have to, like, immediately try to crow back in expansion. You have to try to even maybe get some of these C-mixes. Definitely not go for a push, I would say. But yeah, really tough
hard.
position to play
if
from.
you are
Yeah.
Autopilot, I think I drop I mean, you are behind, right? So you need to kind of try to take mid, but you cannot take mid. I mean, for me, this is pretty over if you ask me. And right now, unless Randy is going to throw, I think it should be Randy game.
Do you think Randy's gonna throw?
I'm not sure, but that's the only win condition for Auto. I mean, Auto going ships. That's what you were saying actually here, Slick. Trying to go for something different because you need to get something. So maybe getting the one destroyer to try to shell the front and open them up.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a con,
right?
maybe something. But we see
con and destroyers.
6 Garpikes from Randy already hitting the beaches of Autopilot. Garpike's extremely oppressive on this map. Lately in all practice games, players have been spamming so many of these. And they're so hard to defend. There's so many places they can go. I don't know if you can draw, if that's going to be visible on stream. But yeah, there are actually so many, because they have bot-like traversability. They can actually crow into so many spots, yeah.
Yeah. I think... Yeah, I am checking that maybe also hovers are good in this map. Hover transition, right? Because they are faster than Garpikes. So, and as I was telling you, right, if you check Autopilot, all the backline mexes are not capped. I'm not sorry, that doesn't have an LLT, let's say. So you can just send one hover out to each of the mexes really fast and kill everything faster, let's say. But yeah, the Garpikes are kind of a better unit to fight also. Yeah.
Yeah, extremely strong. You can't really defend them even with... we've seen some players try to defend them with Shuri, but they're actually very good at shooting Shuri down.
Yeah, look at
the
this.
EMP resistant.
Look at Randy game sense. Sending the Garpikes at the same time he's pushing. Right? Because he knows, right? He's pulling out the army. And yeah, I think this is where Auto might call it, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's so much damage at the same time, yeah. Mid is broken, the north expansion is falling apart. Autopilot has to send army everywhere that he doesn't have. 60% army value advantage for Randy at this point.
Yeah, the command, Lasher's pushing mid. This is what I was telling you, like, if you lose mid control, and yeah, the destroyer never happening, right? It will take a while for the destroyer to actually happen. Oh, it's frigates actually.
Yeah, he's making frigates.
You cannot fight stout really well with frigates. If you have like 6-7 stout for each frigate, right? You're going to get killed. So yeah, I think this is resign angle for Autopilot, if you ask me. But yeah,
there you go. GG. Game 3 goes to Randy.
This is well played by Randy, how to say. A really nice opening, really ballsy opening also, right? Being 2-0 behind, trying to go for a play like this, that is do or die, because if Randy doesn't get any damage on that play, it's she, because Auto is ahead already on cons, etc. Right? Or you are so behind, right? But I think it was really good.
Yeah, I mean, Randy, the wild card, if someone was to make a play like this, it would be Randy. He's always going for the non-standard plays and always making them work. Yeah, that was a great game. I'm really excited that this series is going long, because these games have been really fun so far. It looks like we're going to Arc Simcats for game 4. This is also a map I've seen Randy do a sort of aggressive openers. In my game versus Randy in the group stage, he spawned not on the mountain but on the ground and made grunts and walked really fast into my base. It just seems like on brand for Randy to make like an aggressive play like that. I wonder if he would do it again this game or something similar. Yeah.
So you mean like X Factor build on the previous series? He opened like really close forward, closer to the plateau on the enemy side, and he opened like pawns, something like that, or he opened.
He went
Because
grunts, but yeah.
He went grunts. Okay.
Yeah,
My only with grunt aggression is that you might get shot down with incisor so fast, right? So I think this is what X Factor in this build try to go pawns, if you ask me. Because pawns are a bit better to be super aggro early on against incisors. So yeah, I mean, if you ask me, I will expect a pretty 30-minute game here again, pretty standard game.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot. I mean, maybe we get the 30-minute game again, guys, here, huh? Because I think Randy will play standard and Auto will do the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I have seen, I have seen some aggro. I think he played against you, right? He opened like 15 rascals on this map, Randy. He was like super aggro, and from there he snowballed the victory. So maybe he does the same, but I'm not sure if he can actually do it because he already showed this opening against you. So maybe he will just play more standard, right? Let's see.
Yeah, I'd love to see. I'd love to see what he goes for. In a standard game, I would probably have to, go with Autopilot. I feel like he would do better in a completely standard game. But if Randy goes for something non-standard again, who knows what will happen?
Yeah. Yeah. Usually, is what you want to do when you are facing someone that is so strong in the base game. Let's say in the normal meta, when you have someone that is so good, you want to try to have something to show them off, right? Sometimes it doesn't work for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But if it does, look at the previous game, right? You have something ready, and also you are showing him. This is what the guys were saying in the previous series, right? When you have someone that is so random, for example, as X Factor, that he might spawn next to you, he might go for bomb run and kill your commander. That is actually really good because the opponent might be building an anti-nuke. He might be building a lot of AA because he might be scared, and having that kind of mind game that they don't know what to do is really good, right? So yeah, for sure, Auto is more like a standard player. He will try to go standard and try to get as much ahead as in macro as you can. Pretty similar to Bloody, if you ask me, in the gameplay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think they are both stronger in general to Randy in these kind of situations. But Randy is also really strong in macro. He's really solid, especially in 1v1. So yeah, I think we are going to see a mirror again, right? Where Randy and Auto go Cortex Beagles. Or
Yeah, both of
Auto?
them.
Yeah,
Both, really? No, yeah,
No.
vehicles for both. Yeah,
Vehicles for
vehicles
both.
for both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like Randy is remembering some game they played here last time. There's Shiva versus Spybot. I'm assuming that was so long ago. If he mentioned Spybot, that must have been before the nerf. So yeah, that game must have been a while ago. But yeah, both players going Rascal first. And yeah, it seems like we're in for a pretty standard game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what do you think about commander positions? Are they going to walk commanders or they're going to stay in base? Usually meta is to try to walk. I mean, not meta, but you have several builds, right? X Factor goes north in Randy position, cap 3 mexes and go back, and then he send the cons everywhere. You can stay in the base also, like opening a lot of cons, like Autopilot is doing right now, and put the commander in low priority. I mean, there are a lot of things you can do here.
Yeah.
But and I think one of the ways to actually win in early the game, and what some of my games when I play 1v1 ended like this, are trying to snipe the guy when he's walking the commander, because South, let's say if you're Randy, is so open, right? Once you start getting closer to the choke, that you might actually try to overwhelm and kill the commander. But yeah, Randy walking commander really early.
Yeah, I'm not a believer in the commander walk on this map. The X Factor build, I think it's just too big, right? The advantage just hits too late. It's probably not a good idea to do it on big maps. and walking for a lot of mixes is really unsafe. Yeah. So I like to keep my comm on base on this map really. But I've seen a lot of people walk for a lot of mixes and then set up a second base at the end of the expansion path. I think everything is pretty viable and has its own risks. But two scouts managed to make
massive
it.
value. I think Randy greedy a lot because he's con walking.
Yeah, he made 4 cons. It seems like so. These scouts managed to get into the base. One mix goes down. 2 mixes go down for Autopilot. He's gonna kill the third one. Self D goes out. Yeah, 3 mixes down.
Nice lead, but this is still a lot of damage, yeah?
Yeah, this is still a lot of damage. I think this last mix will not go down.
The radar might
Autopilot
go
goes for the
down.
radar. Oh my god!
He gets it. That is
Yeah, he
huge
gets
damage already.
Randy's actually walking back with the con to remake it. Yeah, that's a lot of wasted time. Yeah, raiders die so easily. Now that the metal extractors are tankier and the cons are tankier, it feels like raiders were kind of left behind and they're still like so easy to kill.
Yeah. And I think they are kind of expensive, right? It's like almost a bit more than the max for a radar. So yeah, you say cheap, yes, but in this kind of situation where you're actually wanting to have every scout possible in the map, trying to hit your opponent, they are kind of a big loss early on. And yeah, I agree with you, Slick. You get 3 hits from a scout and you kill a radar. Yeah, maybe they can actually double a bit the HP of the radar, right? It's too cheap to kill a radar, let's say.
Yeah, it definitely feels very easy to kill a raider. Yeah. All right, it seems like both players are gonna go for that long commander walk. We see them both walking to the grassy area, right? With commander. Curious to see if they will choose to set up a second base at the end. That's usually what we see. I see that a lot from Sash, and I think Barcast also does it. I'm not really sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty. Oh, Randy walling. Randy's walling actually in the north side. Walling a bit. He will wall and put an LLT and he keep going forward. But yeah, I think Randy's actually ahead on the commander walk compared to Autopilot, but Autopilot is a bit ahead of Metal. Only 100 so far. They are stabilizing a bit.
Yeah, relatively 50-50 game. Apart from the 3 mexes going down, it's still anybody's game at this point.
Yeah, but I think Randy actually recovered because he has so many cons out, right? And he didn't get any con, right? You get the mexes, you don't get the cons. Yeah, of course it's good damage, but it's not like a huge one. I think Randy greedy a lot there. He went for a really greedy opening, but yeah, so far he's stabilizing.
Yeah, stabilizing nicely, yeah. Mine layer out now from Randy. I love that mine layer plays. I still believe that unit is very underutilized, and although I don't think he's gonna do tricks. Oh no, he is! Actually, if I just clicked on the mine layer, I saw the queue. It's cute to go to the north of the map and set up some mines again. He's actually going for a heavy mine snipe this time. Oh, that's gonna be, if that works, it's gonna be spectacular.
Oh my god. Imagine at this point in the tournament a commander snipe like this. No, that will be really good. I love that Randy's usually scouting a lot, right? With the scout trying to see, and this is really nice pattern by him. He usually tries to see what they are doing with the scouts, no matter the point in the game, right? And I think that's actually a lot of value, usually. We see a lot of incisors going north.
Yeah, 10 incisors going through the river. It seems like they're definitely going to be able to get at least 1 con. I don't know if there's enough army value from Randy close by to really respond to this. It seems like this con will die and a lot of expansion will go down as well. Yeah, con goes down. Autopilot now finds the second con. Will he go for it? No, he chooses to instead go deeper into the mixes.
Yeah, he will get a lot. LLD is not ready yet.
Yeah, he chooses to go for the con. Yeah, I think this con is going to go down as well, and then Autopilot is probably going to retreat. Or is he going to go for the third con as well? No, he retreats, okay.
I'm not sure, I think he will keep pushing. He has the army value, the army advantage. He also has the advantage. Oh,
this is really hard to say, but yeah, third con goes down, 3 cons down. That is maybe Randy went too
really
greedy
nice
here.
Play.
Yeah.
I think it's not ready. It's army positioning also. I think Autopilot is sending incisors everywhere right now.
Oh god. Alright, the attack is over now. Autopilot retreats. Randy has more incisors in the area. That's 700 reclaim on the ground, but a lot of cons and a lot of mexes went down. It's going to be very, very costly to remake all of that. At the same time, we see a nice incisor
Yeah.
engagement here that's forming on the south. 7 incisors gonna attack this area with only 2 LOTs.
The mine layer actually plays both mines. Are we
Mhm.
going to see it, guys? Is this the time we see this?
I think looking from
Oh my
Autopilot's
god,
view-
Auto is going north or no? No, Auto going forward.
Yeah, I don't think he's
No,
gonna
he's
step on
going
the
back.
mines.
Yeah, but he has the incisors. He might actually blow the mines and send incisors to try to snipe the commander. Let's see. This is interesting. So far, I think if the play doesn't go up, I think it's Auto's game. Auto is so ahead. So I think this is might be Randy last resort, right? If you check the metal produced now, 1k ahead, double the metal income for Autopilot.
Yeah, he got 5 mixes in another raid on the south here. He's definitely very, very ahead. I think we've entered that territory where Randy has to resort to making creative plays to get back into this game for sure. Alright, the game has stabilized again. No more raids happening for the moment. Both players just trying to spend. It seems like Wind was down for some time because they're both putting down a lot of solars.
Well, Randy going for the second try
Oh, I
with
see.
the heavy
Yeah.
mines.
I think this second try will work.
Oh my god.
Autopilot
Yes.
queue right now will go over these mines if he completes his entire queue. So now Randy has to be very careful to not E-stall at any point. He doesn't want to reveal these mines because Autopilot will hear the explosion. And oh no, it happens. He E-stalls, he sees the mines. No, no, he's gonna degun them. But maybe he thinks that's just it, and there's no more. It could still happen. It could still happen.
Oh my god. Oh my god, guys.
At the
Randy
same
needs
time,
to be really careful.
yeah, a nice engagement here on middle. Randy's gonna get a con in a few of these exploiters.
Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, guys. Are we actually seeing this? Are we actually going to nerf heavy mines because 2 OP? Go there, go there. Oh my
He's
fucking
gonna.
god.
Is Randy paying attention? Randy needs to pay
Oh my
attention. He's paying it. He's gonna do it. No freaking way. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He gets him with a snipe.
Oh my god, guys.
Game 4 goes to
Oh my
Randy.
fucking god. Can we all type hype in the chat, guys? I want to see the Twitch chat, Twitch chat with hype, please. This was I think it's one of the highlights of the tournament, let's say, yeah? And yeah, this idea was from actually Flying Duck, right? Or I think the first time we see it was yesterday with Flying Duck trying to do this to Randy. And now Randy's doing this to Autopilot. No, this is so good, guys. Insane.
Yeah, I think Flying Duck and Raxo attempted something like this either in practice or in their games, but that is crazy. I can't believe we saw a double heavy mine snipe in game 4 of a semifinal. This is insane. This is honestly insane. I have no words. I'm speechless. What a highlight! What a freaking
Unreal.
highlight.
I will say, let's be honest, it's too cheap to kill a commander like that with the heavy mines. I think we are going to see something probably because imagine, losing the game. Let's say if this is game 5, Slick. Let's say this is game 5, and you are losing the whole BPL to this play. Like you are probably going to not saying uninstall the game, right? But you are going to be like really bad, right? So of course it's an awesome play, right? This is awesome to see, but I think I mean, Auto was winning this game. Let's be honest. Auto was super ahead. Auto was getting better trades. Auto was sniping cons. But game 5. What do you think about this map, Slick?
Well, this is another map where it's actually pretty easy to snipe a commander with mines. the commanders. Yeah. Go ahead.
Imagine if we see this again. No, I think it's a bit harder in here. But if you see Autopilot, right? Usually you go to up the crystals, right? Up to here, right? You go up to here with the commander and you try to poke in here. So imagine like you put something here or here. Yeah, I think of course it can work, right? But it's easier to scout because you only need to scout on 2 chokes on the flanks and that's it.
Yeah.
But on the previous map, it's huge, right? To have everything scouted. So yeah, let's see. Really high for this series so far. I mean, we have two semifinals going for the last game. This is awesome, right? This is so far so good.
Yeah, both semifinals going to five games is really, really good. I'm sure it's very entertaining for the viewers, as is for me. But yeah, let's talk about Pusavilis. This is another map where the X Factor walk is popular. We've also seen Blooder play bots on this map very successfully, obviously. So yeah, Cortex vehicles, it seems like, is the pick for both players, and they have pretty standard spawns, I would say. Yeah, I'm curious to see if Autopilot will choose to expand with his commander this game, or if he's going to keep him at home, just to be sure that this can't happen again. Oh my god, I see the chat sees it now.
Yeah, I am checking the chat right now for the live moment. Insane, cooked. Oh my god, so good. Oh my god, that was insane. Okay, let's go back to this one. Oh, Randy walking the commander really early, and to a really usually the commander goes to the other side. So I am really, yeah, there's just a lot of differences, right, on this build. I will say, auto expanding north with the con. Randy walking commander early.
Yeah, Randy's going for that X Factor walk. We see he has it planned to go back to the lab once he takes these 3 mixes. He's going to pump out a bunch of incisors, and that's the game plan for him. For Autopilot, we don't know yet. But yeah, the first scouts start to make it across the map. No damage for now.
Yeah. I think Randy's getting ahead slowly but steady in metal now because of the con walk. Right? But yeah, I see a lot of scouts from Slick. Sorry, from Auto. Like
yeah, a lot of scouts.
And I'm not sure if Randy has the unit yet to defend this. I mean,
Yeah,
actually, he's lucky because they are going for the commander, so he can actually stall those scouts for a while.
Yeah, I'm
until he
not
has
sure
enough.
if Autopilot will be able to get damage. Randy has the BP now on the lab, 2 cons, more than enough to pump out scouts to defend this. And yeah, no damage done. And now he's walking back to the lab. But that's the important thing. Autopilot scouts the opener. Yeah, this mix might go down actually. Oh no.
No, he will repair, and they go now.
But yeah,
now
as
he
I
knows
was
his
saying-
factor build, right?
Yeah, exactly. He saw the mixes and he saw the commander walking back to the lab, and he knows that in about 2 minutes' time he's gonna be dealing with a large incisor ball on his doorstep, and actually Autopilot's going for the same build. Yeah, he just did the walk a little bit later, but he's going for the exact same build, and he's also gonna walk back and touch the lab.
X Factor build so good. Like it seems like the only counter to X Factor build is to also do the X Factor build yourself, right? Or
Well,
maybe
we
he was
don't know,
planning
but
to do that before. We don't know. Yeah.
it seems very good on these maps that are rather smaller, right? You can just, the army value is just so important to have, and you can immediately go to the other end of the map. It feels extremely difficult to play without it, right? From practice, I've been getting completely destroyed if I don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and also
Yeah,
having
but,
the commander with extra BP, right? You have the extra BP, so yeah, that's huge. Usually.
Yeah, you instead of spending metal for more cons, more con turrets, you just have the commander like, and all of the metal goes into incisor and very, very fast. That's why it's so scary. Alright, we see some scout on scout action here in the north. It seems like Randy's gonna be able to catch these rascals. He's gonna be able to get the jumping
huge
to them
trade.
all. Yeah, that's a pretty big trade, and now there's a lot more scouts on the map from Randy, and he should be able to do some damage with those. We see immediately he sends them forward.
Yeah. I mean, let's speak about the psychological factors, like also here. How do you feel now if you are Autopilot? Because you know what happened last game, right? And I am seeing a bit of a performance decrease in Auto now compared to how he plays. I am seeing some stall units. So yeah, let's see, because maybe you get kind of the shock impact, right, of losing a game like that. So maybe, I mean, if I need to speak from momentum, I think Randy has the momentum because of what he won. But yeah, I mean, it's really close so far. Randy getting a bit ahead right now in metal, like 300 ahead in expansion and metal. So I think we have a long game here out, actually, okay? I think we're going to have a long game.
Yeah, I mean, I think Autopilot's mental is pretty strong in my experience. I've never seen him, lose hope and stuff like that. Even if he's down on games, I don't think stuff like that affects him too much. So I expect them both to play at their top level, even for this final game. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but usually when you lose a game like that, right, it's kind of you get kind of that bad feeling. Not of course the bad feeling that you are worse of your opponent, but yeah, you are chewing the fat, let's say, right? You are kind of saying, yeah, I was winning so hard, I lost, right? So yeah, but yeah, I agree with you. Auto is a strong mental player, so hopefully we are going to get to see a nice game. And yeah, so far both players consolidating right now. We don't see any action.
Yeah, we see two cons expanding out of. I was gonna say in the club, out of Randy. 4 expanding constructors for Autopilot, and the army value is also in Autopilot's favor. It seems like he has pulled this build off better. We see Randy, I guess maybe was not prepared for how much metal he had to spend. He's on 1,000 in bank. That's why Autopilot can afford to have more expanding constructors and more army on the field at the same time. So yeah, tough spot for Randy. You never want to be both behind on expansion and on army.
Huge engagement going to happen in South right now.
Yeah.
Like probably one of the biggest fights we are going to have so far, and Auto has more numbers.
Yeah, Autopilot chooses to go in. He sees that he has more incisors, gets a nice pick off, 300 metal on the ground. He has a constructor there already, immediately sends it to reclaim the metal. Yeah, well played. Very nice small engagement.
Yeah, a small engagement. Auto getting ahead on Mexes now. Metal produced still ahead on Randy, but Auto has more metal per second. Energy also really ahead for Randy. I am surprised, to be honest. I think win is paying off for Randy. So yeah, I mean, now we expect to see usually the normal things on this map, that is going for the mid control a bit, having some cons in mid. I think Auto already beat Randy into that. He's actually having a really nice radar in the mid hill. Right, that's going to scout a lot of the movement from Randy. Yeah, Randy's a bit delayed in going mid with the cons. He's actually focusing too much on the flanks.
Yeah, we almost saw a nice engagement on the north there, but Autopilot's armed metal extractor just finished in time. We see a lot of army value here for Autopilot in the south. He has 19 incisor to the opposing 9, so he's up by 10. If he chooses to go in now, this con will most likely go down. I don't think a 10 incisor difference. I don't think this exploder will be able to defend it. And yeah, it looks like Autopilot's going in. It's a really nice engagement. And he manages to actually get the flanking damage as well on these units. He's going in, the exploder goes down. Self-D from Randy, not gonna actually get any value. He has to cancel it. The constructor goes down, and that's 1,000 metal on the ground. It's gonna be very important to see who gets it.
I'm curious why he didn't dive there, because he has more units. He can kill the whole flank. I think he might be scared of the self-D. But I think you can shot micro, right? You can just try to bait him in and out, and usually he needs to cancel the self-D and you can kill the structure. Reinforcement from Randy coming with the pounder behind them.
Yeah, this pounder will do a lot of work. It will be very important to put a pounder on top of this 1,000 metal, because that basically means that you secured for yourself. It's this reclaim obviously closer to Randy than it is to Autopilot, so he's going to be able to reinforce it easier, and we see him do exactly that. The con is gonna now start reclaiming from Auto, but it's still not sure who's gonna get the most of that metal, right? No action anywhere else on the map for the moment. It seems like both players are focusing on this 1,000 metal reclaim field, and that makes sense.
Early transition from air for Randy.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, like really early.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a lot of energy. Well, he has actually, he does. I think he's fine to go there, but yeah, the metal is kind of stalling for now for Randy. And yeah, the pounder comes in here and he's going to get back all this wreck field. I mean, Auto already almost reclaimed everything, but now he can actually try to regain control of this side. But yeah, Auto is in a better position in this situation, because Auto has the full expansion on his side, right? On the east, on the northeast, he has the full expansion already. Randy's still fighting to get control of that part of the map.
Yeah, it seems like, although not by a lot, Autopilot is ahead in this early game. He's 2,000 metal produced ahead, has more expansion for sure, more map control. Randy now started to make air cons to grab the mexes. This map, like Devil's Postbows, has some mexes that are only available for airplanes, but there are not that many, 4 in total on the map.
I'm blowing the scouts here, forcing a bit of AA for nothing. Also really nice to do it. He also going to scout the full autopilot base.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
I'm
this is
curious.
really nice.
I'm curious why Randy's not taking min-mexes, because autopilot has never pressure there, right? He's also missing one mex, 2.2. Oh,
A nice engagement on the north here. Yeah.
Yes, this is getting
Both
a lot of
exploders go
value.
down. No chance for a self-D. He's gonna keep going in. No scout with his army, so it is always scary. There could be a pounder just around the corner. We are in the pounder phase. Only one LT available. Some brutes will reinforce here. There's no Geo to be killed. So ultimately, nice damage, but nothing major, right? 2 mechs is gonna go down.
This is kind of game winning. Well, Randy's actually striking back in the mid, but I'm not sure if he can actually break that. Too many actually brutes and pounders from auto.
Yeah, really hard to
So
go
I think-
uphill.
And now you're chasing the incisor with the slower units, so they might actually get some wins and some mexes in the back probably if he spreads.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he's not setting target to the mexes, and now he is. Yeah, I think it's still really nice damage, like huge damage, I will say.
Yeah, two more
Randy's
mexes go
bandit
down,
look-
6 in total.
Yeah, Randy going with the commander to the north. Well, actually, Randy reclaimed his part of the map in the south, so he seems to actually want a fight. We actually missed that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah,
it
auto
seems-
is ahead. I think we missed right click the south fight because I see a lot
Mhm.
of wrecks.
Yeah, yeah. There's like
So,
1,000 on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, 4k metal ahead for auto. Energy wise, auto is also ahead now because of the wind drop, and Randy has a lot of wind economy. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but
this
we
is
see-
starting to snowball out of control for autopilot in my opinion.
Yeah, he's gonna get a huge army value advantage really, really soon. We see that with the wind drop, he was kind of struggling to spend a metal. He went up to 2,000 in bank, but now with the wind coming back and with so many solars going down, he's gonna get a huge explosion in the army. There's gonna be brutes and pounders all around the map. We see that he also went for the air transition himself, so he got some Shuris and some frigates in the air. And although the game is stable right now, I think we can expect it to the army value to boom really, really soon. We see a ball of tier 1 tanks going up to the north to a nice attack for Randy. It doesn't seem like Autopilot has much in the area to protect. Randy also has 2 missile trucks with his army, so it's not gonna get shuried down or anything. Yeah, this is gonna be a nice push.
Yeah, I see pounders get incisors into pounders. Also, right? I think in some part of the map. No. Yeah, I think here. Yeah, I think Randy has also a lot of units, eh?
Yeah, a lot of army, and they're well positioned in the north. Autopilot doesn't really have that many units to defend, and it's really hard to reinforce that area. He's gonna lose his
Shurikens
brutes.
coming.
Yeah, he comes in with a shuriken, but there's one missile truck. Yeah, it gets stunned. The whole army gets shuriken, but there's no other army from
follow-up.
Autopilot to capitalize. Yeah, no follow up.
I think micro-wise, Randy kind of outplaying auto right now. He also has the reserves. Randy reduced the difference in metal to 2k now, eh? Metal produced. So actually Randy's starting to come back slowly but steady. So we have a game here, eh? We
Yeah.
probably have a game, eh?
Yeah, it's a 50-50 game the way I'm seeing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the engagement of the north is still going strong. All the reclaim will be secured by Randy. He has the con in position. At the same time, we see brutes trying to sneak their way in through the mid, but not going to happen. There's pounders in position.
And
It's once
shurikens,
again,
of course.
yeah, so many things
Yeah.
to follow. Yeah, these brutes
Oh,
are
look at this.
overextended.
I think mid arm is overextended for autopilot. Randy getting a really nice engagement in mid. If he can kill in this,
Yeah, that's
he is
so
going to
many
get full
brutes.
mid control. So many brutes, yeah.
Only
And
2
racers
founders
behind.
available.
Racers behind.
Yeah, this is actually very clean for Randy.
Yeah, racers behind. Racing actually. Ooh, this is a huge positional win for Randy. But yeah, brutes coming to actually to get the racers, and the shurikens are also behind. And I think no lashers from Randy, right? No AA, so the shurikens can.
Well, he has some AA bots now walking to the front, 5 in total, and those are going to be more than enough, I think, to stop the Shuris. At the same time, in the south, Autopilot is clearing out that expansion, but compared to the positional win Randy's getting in the middle, it honestly looks really, really scary if you're Autopilot here. He needs to reinforce that fight, he needs to do it quickly, he needs to deny that reclaim. Yeah, he's got a nice shuriken attack here. He's gonna jump on all of the army. He's gonna surround it, get that flanking damage cleared out quickly. He needs to keep those pounders stunned. Those are the stars of this army, the true backbone. They do so much damage.
But look at the amount of reser from Randy, and now the AA bots are showing in the fight.
Yeah,
And look
shuriken
at
will stop
Randy's like
effective.
resing 1 stout every second, roughly, with the amount of resers.
It's actually crazy how fast they res.
Yeah.
But it's tough. It's really. I actually can't say who's gonna win this game. Who's gonna win this fight? Sorry. The fight is so close to Autopilot's base that the reinforcements are quick, but Randy has so many resurrecting units immediately. It's really, really hard to say. But from what it looks like, I think Autopilot's winning it. He just has more pounders on the high ground. They can shoot down.
But Randy taking a nice decision here and going back and resting all the expansion from Autopilot, getting the map control. Really hard to push into pounders also in the high ground. So I think Randy needs to be smart here and go back. Don't try to force it here under the red field.
You don't want to add on to the pile, especially if you're not sure you can control it.
Yeah, you can control the hill and you're controlling half of the map, right? So I think that is smart. Well, actually, Randy's resting everything really fast. Autopilot sending the commander forward. He's feeling the pressure here.
Yeah, he feels like he needs to send a commander to control this this res field. So many tanks from Randy being res, but the resurrects from behind are kind of drying up. There's no more tanks to res. Meanwhile, Autopilot is full time making tanks. He has metal in the bank, so he can full time produce them. I can't tell who's winning this.
I am with you 100%. This is what we were expecting on the last game, right? On the last game of an insane best of 5, we were expecting this full tank on tank carnage. This is what we were expecting. Yeah, look at the speed of Randy racing. It's absurd at the moment. I still curious why Auto hasn't gone any racers.
Yeah, he's just taking this with air because he's just reclaiming. Yeah, he has 3,000 metal in the bank. Well, I don't know.
He's too slow. Racing so fast.
So many tanks. Randy's just making brutes so he can reinforce the battlefield so fast, and he's just collapsing on top of Autopilot. The pounder numbers are kind of low right now, so he's able to just collapse, but it's honestly so hard to tell who's winning. Every engagement keeps turning around to the other
but
player.
now I think the numbers are favoring Randy, and Randy's getting all the rest.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, Randy's gonna resurrect all of this, and this is looking
Randy's
very,
in
very
a better
scary.
position now, eh? And also you have pounders. Pounders not really good to fight on the Rex. Stouts are better here. I think Randy got it. Randy's doing only stouts. Out is doing pounders. And you can see to fight in the Rex, pounders way better. Bloody saying comeback mechanic in action. Yes, definitely. I think.
I mean,
maybe she.
This is looking
too
really,
many
really
pounders.
tough.
Hard to
Yeah,
push
they
it.
actually. They can't shoot over the Rex, right? They just keep shooting already dead units. They don't actually do damage when it gets so trafficked.
Yeah, but yeah, Randy's actually getting some damage. Too many pounders. How do you capitalize now if you're Randy? I think you just pork in his face, right? You rest and pork in his face. You don't want to push into pounders.
Yeah,
you keep grinding with the fight command, with the stouts that can shoot over the Rex. You keep porking there, twin guards. And yeah, you're in his face. You can do whatever you want there.
Yeah, put some BP down in the middle of that Rex field.
Yeah.
It's so strong, so hard to come back. Yeah, Autopilot's committing on the pounders, but the army value is now double in favor of Randy. He's starting to flank. Autopilot doesn't have enough units to defend, and I think this looks really, really bad for Autopilot, actually. Yeah, we got this nice stout, brute ball in the south going for the rest of the base.
Yeah, and that is hard to stop.
So fast.
Yeah, I think this is Shishi angle already. Eh? You know, are you checking the brutes? Sorry, the pounders shooting the Rex? I think that's the main problem. Auto needs to shut. He's just trying to survive but he's giving away all the wrecks because of the extra range from the stouts, and they can shoot over wrecks. So yeah, Randy's doing 3 nanos, so 9 nanos.
It seems like he's setting up, but okay, a nice engagement here from Autopilot. He's going in with the pounder. He's going to try to get into the face of all these, but there's so many tanks just being brought back from the dead non-stop. Anytime the brutes go in, they... Yes, sir.
One stout is in the back, still doing some damage also there. Killing some big nanos. Ooh, T2 in the face? No, my god, this is a Tesar in his face? The Tesar in your face kind of play? Are we in AB8 Slick, or we are in 1v1?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Frontier 2 lab. Tsar here will end the game, that is for sure. I'm not even sure if Randy needs it. Yeah, he switched to eating now, but he's gonna use the metal to just fund the Tsar. More than enough build power available to just pump Tsars out on repeat.
You know what I am missing here from Randy? Some of the twin guards, like 4 or 5 twin guards.
Yeah, I agree.
Something that you are saying, to say Autopilot, you are not pushing me, right? But yeah, that Tesar is instantly ending the game if it goes out. It's impossible to stop. And also, I think, let's be honest, like Pounder is one of the worst units to fight Tesar ever. Right, I prefer to have even incisors to fight the Tesar or Stouts, but Pounders are so slow. Yeah, I think he will put 2 or 3 Tesars on repeat. If I am Randy, I put like 2 or 3 Tesars on repeat. Yeah, that's fine.
He put 10. He put 10, yeah, the Tsar is out. Tsar seals this game for sure.
And you just keep him alive, and yeah, let's see the reaction from Auto when he see the Tsar shooting his Pounders.
Or he puts tier 2 down himself. It seems like he's gonna try to go for his own Tsar. He's gonna start reclaiming his labs and stuff like that. He's going for the and you have to appreciate it, right? He's not bowing out, and there might still be a chance.
Yeah, but you are losing all your T1 units. That's the main issue you're going to have, right? And Randy securing the rest. I mean, we still have games, like, we still have, I think Randy has the upper hand on some numbers now, but Autopilot Tesar has the heal. Yeah, look at the damage. Those Tesars are actually farming.
Yeah, there's more than enough AA available to make sure like no sneaky shuriken play can happen where you pick those up, right? Pick the Tsars up in heavy transports. Randy has
I think here you don't want to shoot the Tesar. You want to shoot the Pounders. Because they are your flank, right? This is what Randy is doing. See? If you collapse in Tesars, you have free aim with your own Tesars. Yeah, I think this is looking really dire for Stick. Now he doesn't have any Pounders. Randy's also resing. Stouts swarming everywhere.
Yeah, he's running out of units.
For Randy. Yeah, that's the point. You are doing Tesar, but you don't have any support. Randy's resing.
I'm speechless. In the takeover, I'm too emotional.
I think this is actually really good game so far. I think have we seen any game with the T2 front like in AB8?
No, I don't think we've seen many at all. Yeah, what a great performance from Randy, securing this giant metal field the entire game, reinforcing with fast brutes from the back, resurrecting everything, going for the tier 2 on the front. He has so many Tsars out shooting the lab. GG from Auto. Game 5 goes to Randy. 3-2 is the final score. And the finals are Blogger versus Randy. Same finals as last BPL 2 months ago.
Can we say, Slick, that this is the best final day of a BPL ever? I think for sure. Like 2 semifinals, best of 5, going to the last game. We've seen a con snipe with mines. We've seen some cheeky plays. We've seen a T2 lab in the face of the enemy, doing the Tsars from Randy. Like, I'm speechless. I am 100% with you. This is so good. This tournament is actually delivering so hard.
Yeah, this is cinematic. I remember last BPL, I felt like it was the best ever. This BPL, I feel like it's the best ever. I don't know, Barkas, what do you think?
That's sick. That was insane. Like, I think the mines, like just the mine trap in game 4, and then just going to game 5 in the semifinals and ending like that was kind of wild.
No,
it was so back and forth. Like I was kind of worried for Autopilot there. I was worried for Andy, just like all up until the end. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was a wild set. I don't know. I literally stood up in my chair and yelled when I saw that mine snipe. That was crazy.
Yeah, you know, I think Slick and I went speechless, LDM, when we saw the mines, the second wave of mines, and we were just, yeah, Auto is winning. We know Auto is winning. We were not casting everything. We were just seeing the commander Q. Was, yeah, because it was the only win condition for Randy, right? If
It seemed
Randy
like,
actually
yeah.
doesn't win with the mines, he loses the game. He was like half the metal health behind. I think it was huge.
Yeah, that was crazy. Even the last game in the set, like it really could have gone either way. It was just who could control the Rex, and
Yeah.
I think it was either Slicker. I'm not sure who said it, but the pounders from Auto, I feel like were almost a mistake, as he couldn't actually shoot over the
Yeah.
Rex, right? Like
Yeah,
he's just
I say yeah.
yeah.
I think he actually focused so hard on surviving, in my opinion. Like Pounder is really good for surviving, but he was giving away the Rex because Randy, yeah, you cannot shoot, you cannot try to push and try to engage the Rex bots, and you cannot shoot the enemy units, right? You are hitting the Rex all the time. That yeah, I think this is where Randy started to snowball. So Stout being better to fight in the Rex field as Pounder.
Yeah, it's actually a very delicate moment because obviously you want pounders because they do the splash damage until units start dying. Then they're too short.
Yeah.
They can't shoot over the Rex. And you have to make the switch. It's a very delicate moment where it happens.
Yeah, I agree. And also the speed advantage. Randy was doing, and I think Randy was doing brutes because brutes are faster to reinforce the front line. And yeah, if you do pounders, also if you are Randy, you are kind of, they take a while, right, to cross them up. So yeah, I actually love that T2 lap from Randy in the face. Like we are playing AB8, right? It was like a super high moment for me also, I think, because it's rare, right? How many 1v1s we have seen that you are putting a T2 lab in the face of your opponent and rushing at the SAR, right? Like you're playing a normal ABA lane.
Yeah,
Very,
I think after that explosive, kind of ridiculous set, you can see on screen our two finalists. A rematch of the last BPL. We're gonna see Bloody or Randy versus getting a bit of a rematch in.